Good grief. Do you ever like walk into your studio or your work area and not realize like how chaos it is or has become? I got so distracted with wanting to make a video, I just didn't even, I'm just gonna set that down there. Okay. What the, oh, we're gonna talk about that in a little bit too. There's random cables sticking out of my cameras. There's a reason for that. All right, sorry. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode. So there's been a lot going on with the R5 and the R6, as you all know, and I have them both, as you probably know too if you follow my channel, and if you don't, well then I do. And I've been using them a lot. And there's a couple of things that I've been noticing since I've switched over to mirrorless. I have an RP also that I bought a few months ago. You got to get the adapters, you got to get more batteries, and that prompted me to, a lot of you guys have been asking me like how does the adapter work, you know, with the adapted lenses and all of that stuff, and they work great. I can't even tell that I have an adapter on there with the Canon adapter. And that brings me to my next point, is that can you actually get a Canon adapter right now? You could probably get one of the more expensive ones, like the $300 filter drop-in one, because nobody wants that one. I mean, I want it, but I don't want to spend $300 for it, right? So that leads me to the video, that and a bunch of other questions. A lot of you guys have been asking me like, hey, I can't find an adapter anywhere. And you know what? I have the same exact problem as you and every other person in the world who has any Canon mirrorless right now and wants a Canon, just a regular Canon $99 EF to R adapter. That's one thing that I didn't really anticipate. So like I set my alarm. You know, a lot of people think that I'm not paid by Canon. I'm not a Canon ambassador. They don't even know I exist. I bought the R5 and the R6 with my own money, and somehow I was one of the stupid lucky ones that got the first pre-order. And that's, like I said before I cut myself off, I set my alarm like for the day of when it released in Tokyo or whatever that night, and I set it stupid early so that I could get up and I could pre-order my R5 and my R6, and I had them pre-ordered probably within less than the first 20 minutes of them being online, available, announced, and I could click the pre-order button. So I'm just lucky that, you know, I had the finances ready to go. I've been saving up for well over a year for these, and I pre-ordered them. Anyways, long story long, I pre-ordered them, and then I realized, oh yeah, I need more adapters, because at that point I had the RP and I had a Canon adapter I had found probably about 6 months ago when I bought the RP, and I found one of the $100 regular Canon adapters on eBay, and I just lucked out and I got it, and it's been great. But now I have my R5 and my R6, and there are no adapters anywhere. Like, they're very hard to find, or they're stupid expensive, or they're from super sketchy places overseas that I don't want to, you know, chance. So that brings me to this guy. So I bought two of these. They are the Omlite. This Omlite adapter was like $58 on Amazon, and there were a couple other ones from a maybe slightly more reputable third party. Starts with a V. I don't remember the name of it. Anyways. But that one was like $78, and they were 70 something dollars. They both looked about the same in terms of being third party, and both of them had reviews that, and give Amazon reviews a grain of salt, you know, as to their authenticity and trustworthiness. But a lot of them seemed to say that they did function. So I figured that I would go ahead and buy them, and I bought one for the R5 immediately because the R5 shipped a month before the R6 did. So I figured I'd give it a month and wait and see if I've been on the notification list on B&H, Amazon, Adorama. All three of them have, you know, the notification list for the stock items, and this every day, you know, every 2 weeks I get an email saying, oh, guess what, we still don't have the R adapters that you want. Oh, shocking. So the whole premise for this video, the whole reason I'm doing it is, are third-party accessories worth it, and should you buy them? And I can't answer that as a whole. Obviously, we're talking about a few specific things, but I just want to give you a little bit of insight into my experiences with that stuff. And basically, I mean, it's common sense, right? Like, a third party is not going to generally be up to first party standards, especially given that they might be half the price, a third of the price. I mean, this was definitely half the price of the Canon one. And does it work? Yes. Would I have bought it if I didn't absolutely need to? No. And the one reason for me for this specifically is it's not weather sealed. It's that simple. I work out in, you know, ridiculous weather and all of that stuff, and I need and I want my gear to be weather sealed, and this is not. So that's a big part of, I mean, how much does the little O-ring right here cost to implement? I have no idea. I'm not a manufacturer, so I don't know how much they're saving by omitting that, but I haven't seen any third-party adapters that have the weather sealing, whereas the Canon one, even the $100 one, it does, and that's important to me. So, but in all other aspects, I mean, it feels normal. It looks a little bulkier. It feels a little different, a little more rigid when I'm putting it onto the lenses. But everything fits pretty snug. I've used it on many different lenses, and they all fit fine. I don't have any shake or issue. So I mean, functionality is there, basic functionality, and in times of need, that's what this is, right? I mean, I have to be able to use the cameras that I just dropped $6,000 on almost, and or more. And you know, and so if a $58 adapter is going to do that, albeit temporarily for me, you know, I am in the process of hopefully switching out all of my EF lenses to some sort of RF equivalent, but that's going to take some time because the RF equivalents are definitely much more expensive. So that's enough about the adapter. The adapters work if you guys have a Canon mirrorless, any Canon mirrorless, and you have a bunch of EF lenses and you want RF lenses. I can tell you that if you need to, which right now you probably do, because you know, that's all there is out there right now, I would say do it temporarily and just go in with an open mind, knowing what you're paying for and what you're getting. You know, you're not paying for the Canon and you're not getting the Canon. So this was the next thing, is what really prompted me to make this video too, is batteries. So I mean, this should be a no-brainer, right? Like, I'm not going to say that I assumed that these would be legit batteries. So I needed some more batteries for the R5 and the R6, and I actually had the money this time to buy the actual legit Canon batteries, the what are they, the LPE6NH. And the H is a very important designation because they have this shiny little guy there, and that is the Canon battery that denotes the H, and that's the higher capacity and all of that stuff, versus the older ones like this, which are the N. And this is actually one of the new ones that I bought, that on Amazon it said NH. It was $39 for 2 of these batteries, and it's $79, I think, for 1 of the Canon NH batteries. So I knew that for $39, it's almost 100% chance that this is not going to be a legit battery in terms of what they're saying it is. Is it a legit battery? Yes. Does it work? Yes. Is it chipped? Yes. Thankfully, I've bought plenty of third-party batteries back in the day that weren't even chipped, and that sucks because if they're not chipped, they don't have the little computer chip inside, then your camera can't read and you have no idea what your battery capacity is at. And I had a lot of experience with that with the 5D4, with my 1D series, those guys back there, you know, a lot of those batteries, because the batteries for the 1D series, 1DX2, my 1DC, all of that stuff, they were like 120, 150, 160 bucks. They were, it hurt to buy batteries for them. But same with even the 5D4 batteries were 60 bucks for the LP E6N. And basically, when you put this in your camera, so it says right here, that says NH. So that has the NH designation on it. It is not, because when you put it in the camera, it will say LP-E6N. And that's how you know that it's not legit, it's not the Canon. Obviously, again, 30-something dollars for 2 of these. It works perfectly. So let's see. I don't even know what this is. This is the right one. This is the R5. I'm filming on the R6. So I'll put the new battery in. All right, so the new battery is in. If I go into the menu and go into the yellow mode, 5th screen on the yellow mode, battery info, there it is, LP-E6N. So it does not say NH, which it should, which it does when you put this one in. But if I put it in high burst mode, I mean, it's going. It's not stopping. I finally got the fancy CF Express card too, so that's probably helping. But, you know, I mean, I haven't had any issues with the performance, although it probably won't do the high burst mode, the H+, let's see. So I've seen with the R5 and the R6 that if you have less than, I think it's like 75% of your battery or something, that the H+, if it's not in green and it's just regular, then oh, there's a difference. So that seems to be going a little faster. I don't know if it's going as fast as it could though with one of the fancier batteries. Alright, so here's the Canon battery. There we go. So now I have the green. The H+ is in the green, which I guess means green is good to go. That is definitely faster. So you could tell that the H+ is a little bit faster than the H in the normal battery, but you can tell that it's a lot faster in this battery. I mean, I'm just holding the shutter down. I've taken like 500 images already. Oh my gosh. So there's definitely a difference in power, and that's between the, not only the Canon batteries, but if I put in, like, this is my older Canon, it's official Canon battery, but it's just the, from my 5D4, and it's just the N. If I put that in, I'm gonna get pretty much the same results in terms of power driving. I'm not gonna get the H+ lit up in green if I don't have the NH battery. Wow, I just took 16 gigs of images just holding it right there. Oh my god, the chaos of my desk is freaking me out. So it's the same thing with the batteries, right? It's price versus reliability versus necessity for me. And this is one of those times where I was kind of forced into necessity to get these, because I did buy more of the Canon NH batteries, and I put them in my cart in Amazon, and I hit buy, and I didn't even check, because it let me buy them, and it said estimated ship date November 10th or something. Like, that's nuts. And I did that like a month ago. And it's, now I got an email the other day that said now it's estimated ship date October 10th or something like that. So it's gone up a month, but still it's like that. They're hard to find right now because the Canon mirrorless are, the 2 new Canon mirrorless are out, for some definition of out. And everybody, I guess, has been pre-ordering their batteries too. But I need more batteries. As a YouTuber, as a full-time professional photographer, and a full-time professional videographer, I need more batteries. So I went ahead and I bought the cheapo ones. They weren't, I don't think they were the cheapest of the cheap. And I tried to look for some sort of decent reviews and all of that stuff, and this was kind of the middle ground. And this one is premium BM batteries. They came in a little case that looks like this. $39 on Amazon for a pack of 2, and they work. They get the job done in terms of I need to be filming or I need to be shooting or whatever. They work, and I've been using them for wildlife and sports and landscape and time lapses and all of that stuff, and they last long enough. Now, how long they'll last? Will they last, you know, 5-6 years like this? I mean, I've had this battery since probably my 5D3, so I mean, this battery is probably 7-8 years old. It's still going. I don't know, but necessity won out for that one. Like, I needed them. Same thing with the adapter. All right, I will wrap it up here. I know that wasn't the most entertaining or interesting video I've ever done, but sometimes I just want to make videos that are just straight, you know, my thoughts to you so that you know, and informative. I will be out in the field again very soon. I'm coming along very nicely on my R6 and R5 wildlife reviews. I've got a couple lenses that I rented. They should be here next week. And I've got a couple short little wildlife planned trips. So if you're into that kind of stuff, you're into the field stuff, lots of landscape. I've got some more cell phone videos coming up for those people who are interested. Although if you've made it this far, you know, you're probably not one of the cell phone people, but if you are, I appreciate you nonetheless. And I will be doing some more phone photography challenge videos out in the field as I do. But if you guys have any questions about any of the third-party stuff that I talked about, or any questions about, you know, the batteries, the adapters, or just third-party life in general and dealing with that stuff, and anything that I didn't go over, leave those in the comments below, and you know I will definitely answer them. If there's anything that you want me to take a look at that I might have used, or you know, that you have questions about, let me know, because you know I do that stuff too, and I almost just tripped and killed myself while sitting down on a hard drive. This is why studio chaos is bad. So all right, I'm gonna wrap it up. I clearly have some studio cleaning to do. So hit that like button if this video helped you out at all. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I have new videos every week. Also, happy fall. It is finally autumn now. I do have my autumn preset packs, my fall preset packs for sale down below. That kind of stuff really helps me, helps the channel. I created them for me. I love them. I hope you guys will love them too. Check them out if you want some new fall style editing, and they're good for any time of the year. I use them all the time, but I created them because I was inspired by my last fall trip last year, and that's enough of my channel plugs. So links down below, and if you guys have made it this far, then I love you guys. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.